As a mom and a mom of a child who identifies as non-binary, the pride flag means acceptance, and it means love, and it means affirmation. And for all children who identify in the 2S LGBTQIA+ community, it is a measure of a community saying we support you and we love you and we include you. It is a life-saving intervention that helps kids know they are part of our community.
I think the pride flag, to me, it means, it's, to some people it's like a light at the end of the tunnel. It like represents being part of a community. Before you come out, you feel very alone, and then you realize that there's tons of people out there just like you, and they've gone through the same journey or a similar journey. It just represents inclusivity and being part of something.
Well, I prefer the progressive pride flag, actually the trans flag, but I think it's important. I think it's a sign of resistance, and I think it would be nice if they were flown other than during Pride months in June and July.
Well, I think with all of the colors, it represents all of the diversity of all of the people, and as many different people as we can have, and as much diversity as we can get. Everything we can, all the people bring different things into classrooms, into the world. It's amazing.
The progressive pride flag includes, it includes BIPOC folks, and it includes trans folks, and the original one didn't.
My child's school was incredibly inclusive. They hang a pride flag as well as an Indigenous flag on the front of the school. They had a gay-straight alliance in the school. They have a prom this year, an inclusive prom at the school, as well as other events that were incredibly inclusive. I was a volunteer in the school where we all made sure we knew kids' pronouns and were sensitive to what kids needed. This is about making sure kids get the support they need. It's about including them and recognizing who they are for the value of each of them, because we need to do that for our kids.
I think teachers have a much bigger impact than we realize, and when we support something and we can bring that to our students, we really increase their world. We make their world focus bigger. We make them understand things better. We spend a lot of time with them, and we're, even though they don't like to admit it, we're really influencers of them, and so. What we believe will really filter down to them on some level, and so I think that's why teachers are so very important, and we really have to support and help our students understand how important it is to have diversity and love diversity.
When you were younger, did you have allies in your life that were from outside the community that could support you, or?
No, I grew up in small town Northern Ontario in the 80s, and I was completely closeted.
How important is it to have allies in schools and outside the home?
Well, I've worked with different school boards around Ontario, and I know to get that support, especially for trans youth, it's so important. And both families and access to peers are the two biggest protective factors for trans and queer youth, to keep them from suicide, depression.
Health outcomes.
Yep.
Am I allowed to swear on camera? You can absolutely swear. Okay, because I think that's some bullshit right there. You should be flying that pride flag, and you should be showing support of all students. And I think that's garbage if some people are not doing that. Just saying. Every person is important. And I don't care, anything, I don't care. On some level, you're bringing something special in, no matter what your difference is. And for them to refuse to fly that flag is I just can't believe people would do that. It's really bigoted and awful. That's what I think. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that.
Thank you all for
Perfect,
being
thank you.
sponsors this year. Thank you for your support.